two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle.
Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
First carry here for Ken Walker.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
For Seahawks at 2 and 13 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Point after, right down the middle. And that
This one taken just inside the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
They go play action. Mayfield. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So no gain on the play, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mayfield on play action. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with the referee.
So a roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From a yard out.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level.
On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route, ordinarily probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. The numbers on the ground for Walker a week ago. 13 carries, 90 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Back to throw. Clifton. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 53 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards and just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. This is the tight end Fant. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Clifton. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant from 8 yards out. And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Mayfield on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 5 catches, 65 yards.
And he was able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Samuel. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They run on first down as they get about 3. Second and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a first and 10. Here's Mayfield. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. McCaffrey. Looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Boye Mafe racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. Third and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack. And now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Out is Myers for the Seahawks field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on fourth and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. DK Metcalf with the Seattle offense about set to take over once again. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Clifton. That'll be complete to Tyree Cleveland. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st and 10, Clifton going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Clifton. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So the 4th down conversion sets him up with this. 1st and 10 at the 40. Running left is Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They run again with Walker. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Clifton. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield got a man. That's Ayuk. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, McCaffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. On second down, McCaffrey. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now Mayfield. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, and it looks like they'll come up empty here in their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On first down, Clifton. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. Back to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Mayfield with it once more. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. And a dangerous throw there. Incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifton.
He completes this to Walker.
A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. He's got his big tight end, Fan. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hand off here to Walker.
And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Back to throw. Clifton.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Clifton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Returnable for Lockett. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Clifton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Off the play fake. Clifton. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide.
And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago, followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Mayfield looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now come the Seahawks. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. To throw on second down. Clifton over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the handoff, this is Walker, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And Walker has it. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now. Operating from the gun. Clifton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the first down yardage. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Second down, Mayfield. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did in the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw. Clifton. He'll find Metcalf. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Clifton. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Well, including this week, 3 weeks remain in the regular season, Charles, and it is going to be interesting to see how this playoff picture sorts itself out before we head into the postseason.
Competitive, entertaining postseason, that's what we're always striving for. I think we get it during the regular season, too, because you never know how things are going to go during the final weeks of the season. Every team pulling out all the stops to get a better seed or just to get one of those 7 seats at the table.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Mayfield. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Throwing to start the drive. Clifton. This is the tight end Fant. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Clifton steps away to his left. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Clifton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
You need to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Back near his goal line. Here's Mayfield. Complete to the tight end Kittle over the middle of the field. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Mayfield off the play fake. Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle. 7 catches for him now, and his last one, a 1st down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Mayfield. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
This is where offense needs to show what it's made of. And in fact, the quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Gets around him. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. Here's Mayfield running the option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Mayfield down. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Throwing, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Clifton. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down. Clifton. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are in the field?
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. He's back to throw. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Flushed, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll try and run Walker, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is right there. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down 20-19, a minute 7 remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now Mayfield. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Baker. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So be